Before you call, before you think, before you say it, before you desire it, you are answered. It is already on its way to you. I want to share with you a client session that I had earlier today, and she shared with me she watched a video of mine where I manifested my jewelry. And by the way, I'm wearing the earrings and two of the rings that I was talking about in that video, and she was inspired to use that video to manifest something for herself. So stick with me, you're gonna love this video, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's so cool. There's actually 2 success stories that she shared with me in the call that I want to share with you. But welcome, my name is Rosie, and welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you love. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can go to TheRoseyLife.com and see the coaching options there, or you can join the Rosey Life course and community, where we meet every week live, where I answer all your questions, and there is 12 lessons, self-paced lessons in there that everyone is doing all the same work, and it is just to help you get into the habit of going within. You don't have to do any of it. You don't have to do coaching. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to watch this video, right? You are powerful. You are the great I am. If you're interested and you want that support and you want to be in a community like that, that is for you. All right. So let's get to this, because someone made a comment yesterday. They said that there's a lot of, quote, famous coaches, whatever that means, that are saying that you need coaching to help you along, and that you actually, that's necessary. And my response is, you don't need anything. You don't need me. You don't need a coach. You don't need Neville. You don't need a book. You don't need YouTube. You don't need anything. You can be in a desert by yourself, and you are still all this information. Anything that God, I am, will reveal itself to you, right? Because this is the more conditions. We don't need anything. It's different, like I told her, if you choose to be in a group, if you choose to do coaching, then it's there for you. Then make it a choice. But don't do coaching or join a group or community because you think you need to. You do it because you choose to, because you want to have someone to talk to or a group to be in, to expand your awareness, to talk to someone, to help you out, to iron things out, or whatever it is, right? But you don't need it. There's a big difference, you guys, okay? You are the cause, you are the power. There's only one truth to fall back on, and that is your I amness, all right? So going back to the success story. So this client earlier today was sharing with me, and she was so much fun talking with, by the way, if you're watching this. She was sharing with me, she watched the video where I talked about nothing is ever lost. And I say, I find everything. And I ended up finding some earrings and some rings that I thought I had lost because I assumed that I lost them. But then I decided to change that and make the assumption that I find everything. And when I moved into my new place, I actually ended up finding my earrings and my rings, and I had looked in that same bag very thoroughly, okay, and there was nothing there, and there was only 2 zipper pockets, and the rest was just a suitcase. And so there was not like a lot of place to be digging around and putting my hands in the pocket. I did all of that. They were not there. But when I declare that I find everything, then they were there. Do you see? It's literally simple as that. I changed my assumption. I changed what I choose to believe. I don't lose anything. Everything finds me, comes to me, or I find it. It always reveals itself to me, no matter what. So she watched the video and decided to say, she said, I bought myself a necklace. And she says, and I didn't like how small the clasp is to put it on with her fingernails. And so she decided to go to the jewelry store and have them put on a larger clasp so it's easier for her to wear. And she said, before she left, she says, she thought of my video, and she said, gosh, wouldn't it be nice, she says, if I found this necklace that was supposed to come to me from my grandma. And so this is what she shared with me. She said, I watched your video on manifesting your jewelry, so I tried it for myself. What did I write? She wanted to find her necklace. I don't know what I wrote there. She wanted to find her necklace. Oh, she was to be given, I'm like, that looks like one word, it's two. I was to be given a necklace. I wrote 3 words in one. Man, I wrote that fast. All right, I was to be given a necklace at 21. When she turned 1, her grandma had a necklace for her and showed it to her. She said, this is yours when you turn 21. So she did see the necklace, right? And mind you, I don't know what the age of my client is, but this happened, years ago. So she said, I saw it, but when I was 18, someone actually ended up stealing the necklace, so she never got it. So 21 came and passed, and she never got the necklace, obviously, because it got stolen. She says, but then she thought, so after seeing my video, she says, wouldn't it be nice? Okay, so what she did is, she said, wouldn't it be nice if I actually found that necklace that my grandma was supposed to give me? That's what she said. So she went on and went to the jeweler to fix her other necklace for the clasp to be added on. And while she was standing there waiting, she was looking around in the cases, and she saw the necklace, the exact same necklace that her grandma was going to give her, in a case. And she asked the jeweler to see it. And the jeweler said that he handcrafted it because it was very unique. The size of the diamond, everything was very unique. He said, I made that necklace 6 years ago and no one has bought it. So he crafted it, he created and the design of it himself. He said, I made that 6 years ago, and he said, and it's been sitting there since. And she said, because it's mine. She said, Rose, I could not believe it. It is the exact necklace that my grandma was going to give me. This is years ago, you guys. I'm not sure what her age is, like I said, but this was years ago. And she said, I couldn't believe it. And he said, and the other jeweler said, well, we can put a larger diamond in there because that's a small one. And the other jeweler that crafted it said no. He said, this necklace was meant for her exactly the way it is. It belongs to her. Wow, I just got chills when I said that. He said it belongs to her. And she obviously said, I'll take that necklace instead of the old one. So she exchanged it, and she said, I'm wearing it now. And she went during the session, and she said, I love it. She says, I couldn't believe it. It actually happened. So what does she do? She said, all she did, wouldn't it be nice if I found that necklace? So what does she do? She chose a new reality, okay? She didn't try to change that it was never stolen. She didn't try to change what actually had taken place in her memory. Instead, she chose a different reality, a different state, right? Where she has this necklace, okay? Or another way to look at it is that I remember when. So she revised it. This wouldn't it be nice is like revising, or like Neville says, I remember when. Or another way to look at it is like Joe Dispenza, or in reality transurfing, choose a new reality, right? So she moved into a new reality, and there's a lot of ambulances going on lately. And I remember when. Either one, okay? Fire truck. Either way, you are revising or you're choosing a different reality. Okay, so that's all she did. So however you want to look at this scientifically, if you want to look at this metaphysically, like Neville, or spiritually, whatever you want to say, right? But all she did is say, wouldn't it be nice? So, and then she finds the necklace, okay? And I love this scripture, and I quoted at the beginning of the video in my intro. I said, before they call, I will answer, and while they are speaking, I will hear. And that's in Isaiah 65:24, right? I love this scripture so much, right? Because it says, before you call, before you think about it, before you want it, before you say it, before you script it, before you affirm it, before you even do that, I will answer. So she was heard before she even said, wouldn't it be nice? She was already answered It was already answered. I am set on the way, on the way, on the way. And so her declaring a new reality, right, was just to choose in that moment to decide what it is that she wants, right? But it was already answered, right? And while she was speaking, I will hear. So she was saying it and I heard her. Ooh, isn't that awesome? So even if you, and she didn't say it 100 times, she didn't say that 10,000 times a day, she didn't get into sats, right? She wasn't meditating with a candle on. She wasn't doing anything extra. She wasn't doing anything special. She didn't have to do an imaginal act, oh, that the robber never came and they never took the necklace, or I can feel myself playing with the neck. She didn't do none of that. She just said, wouldn't that be nice if I found that, right? It's just declaring, or like I declare, like I find everything, right? It was just an assumption. I just declared something. And so that's all you have to do. And then that same call, she gave me multiple success stories, you guys. And another one that I thought was so cool is she had told her, her person that she was with at the time, she had said, I'm going to take my granddaughter to Disneyland. Or Disney World rather, and he told her, oh, I don't really want to go. And she's like, that's fine, but I'm going. I am taking my granddaughter to Disneyland. And she says, not even 3 minutes later, she received a phone call to be contracted for some business, and they asked her, we would like to hire you to do this service in Orlando, Florida. And she was like, yes, just send me the dates and I'll go. And she was just like, she couldn't believe it. She says, I was paid $25,000 for my week of service for the contract, and I got to take my granddaughter to Disney World, and it was all paid for. So yeah, that happened because she declared, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. I'm doing this. Do you see? She didn't worry about the money. She didn't worry about how. She didn't try to figure out the details, or how is this going to happen? Is this even possible? She didn't worry about schedules or work, or if someone was going to go with her, or she was going to go alone, or who she didn't worry about anything. She just made a decision on what she wanted, period. Wouldn't it be nice if I found my necklace? I'm taking my granddaughter to Disney World. Do you see? It's just a conviction of your choice, and have that knowing or that conviction in what you have chosen. You're like, you can feel that, you can stand behind it. You don't have to feel it. Don't get caught up in feeling stuff either, because I used to, right? You can stand behind your choice. You're like, no, this is what I chose. I chose this. This is what I choose. You can have that knowing behind your choice. So if you don't feel it with the person or the money or the object or the car or the job or whatever, you can stand behind your decision. You can do that with, you say, no, this is what I choose. You can do that, and that is conviction. That's knowing. You're like, no, I choose this. This is what I choose. Do you see? That's the conviction. That's all it really requires you to do, is stand behind your choice, and then you allow I am to do the unfolding, the how for you. Do you see? So she had that strong knowing, this is what I'm doing. She didn't try to figure out how. She just made a decision. All right, my loves, hope you enjoyed the video and the success stories, and thank you again for liking the videos and subscribing to The Rosey Life. And I appreciate you guys so much in helping The Rosey Life grow and sharing my content and sharing it with others. And I absolutely adore working with all of you new clients one-on-one and in the Rosey Life course and community. You guys are all so wonderful, because you really are. You're freaking amazing. And I appreciate you guys so, so much. I will see you soon. Bye.